Oh boy. Oh.
Struggle City.
I wasn't expecting that.
Struggle City. Come and struggle with us.
That was awful. Oh.
I'm kind of sick and tired of putting in the intro.
But, okay, fair. That's fair.
It's a lot more work for me.
Jesus, give me a warning next time.
No, because then I won't get reactions like that.
Oh, boy.
So we're lacking a lot of people.
Yeah.
So it's just...
We're doing our best today.
It's just Casey and I. Less than 3.
Yeah. But more than 1.
Yeah, otherwise it would just be you talking to yourself. Because I don't have the mic.
That's true. And, it's mine.
So talk... in respect to talking to yourself, let's go back to social media.
No.
Or go to social media.
No.
Okay.
You didn't answer a question I had a while ago.
Okay. What's that question?
Why aren't Centaur Pokemon? You said you'd have an answer, and you don't have a fucking answer.
I honestly don't have an answer at all.
Because, like, dragons are Pokemon. We have all kinds of other mythological creatures as Pokemon.
What would a centaur fall under, like, typing-wise?
I don't know, normal? Probably fairy. I'm gonna go fairy ground.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
And maybe, like, if it had an evolved form, it would be like...
It just becomes a person.
That's how trainers are born.
It just becomes a person.
No, but like, fairy steel or something like that.
No, that's weird, because steel isn't, like, a natural thing.
No, but neither is a centaur.
I mean, no, but... No, that's weird. No.
Yeah, but it makes sense. Like, you'll get armor and shit. It'd be super cool.
Okay. But to go back further in folklore, like, fairy folk are hurt by iron.
Yeah, that's why it would be like super strong.
That's ridiculous. I don't like it.
Or could it be fairy and insect or bug?
Ew.
You know, since centaurs are insects.
You never explained your reasoning for that. Is it just because they have, like, the 6 legs?
Honestly, I saw it. All right. I saw a meme.
Oh, stolen valor.
Basically, and I was like,
shit.
oh my god, I want to know what people think about this. Because I completely subscribe to this idea.
No. What was that other thing you had? Like, what do you call burritos?
Oh, burritos? Either burrito skin or... no, it wasn't burritos. It was... Tortillas.
Okay.
Is it a burrito skin or just a tortilla?
I like burrito skin.
I love burrito skin.
I'm fine with burrito skin.
Yes. I will wrap myself up in burrito skin any day.
Okay, so that debate's done.
Yes. And I think it was pretty much split, too. So there wasn't one way or the other. But this centaur insect thing...
Because if you're just going off the idea that it's only an insect because it has 6 legs, then...
Appendages.
Then European dragons also have to fall under that classification because they have the 4 legs, and then their wings would count as limbs.
Yes,
So therefore they're hexapodal.
Yes, I completely agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I subscribe to that 100%.
But no, because they don't have an exoskeleton, they don't have a clearly defined head, abdomen, thorax.
Now, I did have a couple rebuttals.
Okay.
First...
I mean, like, also, like, insects lay eggs, but also platypi lay eggs. So you can't really do, like, the mammal thing.
No, actually, Lynn brought that up.
Right.
Yeah, she brought that up with the mammal thing.
Right.
And that's the only thing I was completely fine with.
Like mammals, there are some mammals that lay eggs. There are some mammals that are poisonous.
Yeah. Looking at you, platypus.
And also, I believe the slow loris is poisonous. Because the reason it does, like, the stretchy thing is because its poison sacs are in its armpits.
Interesting.
I think.
Didn't know that. Yeah. I mean, we'll probably have to fact check that later, and or someone on the internet can. Yeah. But no one will because no one listens to us, so that's fine. So by default, we're right.
Yeah. Oh.
But yeah, Lynn brought something up like that on our Facebook page. I posted this poll about 2 weeks ago.
Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was almost exactly 2 weeks ago.
Oh my god.
And the internet pretty much unanimously said I was wrong.
I voted insects.
Thank you. I don't think your vote counts in this sense.
I voted insects because I enjoyed the joke.
But Lynn brought up it's a mammal, and at the time I was like, okay, that's a valid point.
It has nipples. It produces its own milk. It's covered in fur.
Exactly.
Produces live young.
Therefore, cannot be insect, but 6 arms. But 6 appendages right there.
Right, but it doesn't have the exoskeleton, and it doesn't have the segmented body.
But I will argue this. Yes, it does have a segmented body. It's not exactly separated.
Not in terms of like head, abdomen, thorax, and that's all there is.
No, but there is the human part and the horse part.
Jesus Christ.
And there is a defined split. But anyway, the exoskeleton thing, Tammy actually brought that up. And I commented on that, a picture of a centaur in armor. And
so how do centaurs wear pants?
Huh.
Ooh, gotcha.
Since they are a people, they wear it on the back 2 legs.
But then the rest of it's just naked?
Yes.
Okay. So you're just going with the logic as long as their genitals are covered, it's pants?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the logic I'm going with.
I'm fine with that.
But I responded to her comment with a picture of a centaur in battle armor. And since they are always constantly fighting,
like that's a weird way. That's a weird way to show your Halloween picture, but fine.
Okay, 2017 was a weird time for me. But basically, the internet said I was wrong. If you want to participate in fun polls like this, check out our Facebook page.
They're dumb.
They're great.
They're real dumb.
I'm completely in charge of it all, so expect madness. Don't expect anything less of a person who ate 25 cents his sophomore year of high school.
I'm still floored that was high school.
I'm not too surprised.
No, because you fucking did it. I would hope you're not surprised by your own action, Dave.
Sometimes I question myself, but that day I was like, it made sense.
That's why you're not my favorite son anymore.
It's fine. Bulbasaur can totally replace me.
Yes.
He won't eat any change unless you put a hole in his mouth.
Bubba Thick is the better boy.
So, live-action Disney movies, and just in general...
What a segue.
Yeah, it was real abrupt. Well, what do you think? We did a discussion on...
What do you think? Because you've seen more Disney movies than I have. I've seen 4, maybe 5.
Okay. I got to have an opinion.
Opinion away, son.
I don't know. I'm kind of excited for it because of the nostalgia trip. You know, it's nice seeing a reimagining of a story that Disney basically stole from a child's book.
Wait, which one?
All of them.
Well, yeah.
Except for The Lion King.
Isn't Aladdin?
Aladdin is part of 1001 Nights.
Okay, yeah, about to say.
And Cinderella is part of the Grimm, Brother Grimm.
Right, that's Ash Puddle.
Yeah, and then...
Lion King is just Hamlet.
Hamlet with cats. It's 2 great plays. Anyway.
Yeah.
And then The Jungle Book is based off The Jungle Book.
Yeah.
And that...
Mulan is
mythology / history.
Yeah, it's that weird gray area.
Yeah, it's kind of like lore, I guess you could say, because lore is kind of like that weird gray area where stuff is kind of made up, but also kind of true.
Right, that's just folklore.
All right, put words in my mouth, Casey.
That's just folklore.
Wow. You guys might not ever hear that. But I don't know. I think it's... Oh, and Sleeping Beauty's Maleficent.
Oh.
Which was
so bad.
An interesting perspective.
Jesus.
But it made her too sympathetic, I think.
I didn't feel sympathetic.
Well, I mean, like, they tried to make her, like...
Yeah, they did.
They attempted.
With, like, the most heavy-handed analog rape scene I've ever seen.
Yeah, and then she didn't get invited to a child's birthday party, so she was real butthurt about that, too.
Right. I remember so little about that, except for the bad special effects.
They're making a second one.
For some reason. Did anybody ask for that?
No. I was surprised when they had enough material for a sequel.
Yeah.
This might be like one of those straight to VHS ones.
Didn't she, like... So I've never seen Sleeping Beauty. I never saw the original Disney movie. Doesn't she die in that?
No.
No?
Maleficent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so she gets slain as a dragon.
Okay, so why is there a sequel?
Disney.
Yeah, fair.
Why is there a sequel to Mulan?
I guess, well, again, because I don't remember much about that first one. So it's like there's a big fight scene because it's going back to the idea of fairies being hurt by iron.
Yep.
Who plays the dad? Is that Charlton Copley?
I have no idea. I know it's a dude with a beard.
Yeah, because it's the guy from District 9.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm horrible with names.
I know.
Yeah.
Because he builds a suit of armor and just like he aligns the throne room with iron to hurt her.
Yeah, and to prevent her from getting in.
Or out.
Or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know. That's literally all I remember is that there's just iron and there's lots of armor.
And then green stuff.
And then there's like this weird scene at the end where her and a Sleeping Beauty are best friends again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because Maleficent at one point like kidnaps her or something like that.
Right. And then they're just best friends again, and she's not actually the dragon, it's her little like familiar.
Yeah.
That's lazy.
It goes something like that because I don't remember much from it either.
Garbage.
It was okay. I saw it once and that was enough.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. Once is enough.
It was like, oh,
I saw it.
cool.
I saw it in theaters.
I'm sorry you wasted money on that.
I did not pay for it.
Oh, all right. Well, that's fine.
I refused.
But kind of like in that same vein, like the Jungle Book was the most awkward mess I've ever watched.
I didn't mind it. Totally. Like the voice acting was decent.
I didn't like Christopher Walken as King Louis.
I thought that was great.
I hated it.
I loved it. I love Chris Walken.
I love him too. But not as a giant sentient orangutan that doesn't move.
That's true.
It just felt so weird. Like if he was like
weird.
bouncing around,
it
would be
weird.
cool.
Like, I don't know. I didn't mind it.
I mean, what's his face as Baloo?
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. That made sense.
That's almost typecasting at that point.
Yeah, it made perfect sense.
Idris Elba as Shere Khan was great.
Yeah. And then Maleficent as Ka.
No.
Was it Maleficent?
That was Scarlett Johansson. That was awful.
Yeah.
That was bad.
After a while, everyone starts sounding the same too. So it was Black Widow as Snake.
Because like she was trying to go back to when she had a singing career.
She did.
Yeah, she did. It was bad. Do you know who Tom Waits is?
Nope.
Okay, she sounded like Tom Waits. Go home and YouTube Tom Waits.
All right.
And she sounded like that.
I'll have to look him up.
Which is a shame because Tom Waits is great.
Okay. You know what?
American icon.
So she kind of sounded like Tom Waits.
Yeah. Well, why don't you just look up her stuff, and then you can just laugh at that. Don't bring Tom Waits into this. Why'd you bring Tom Waits into this?
Because I want to hear him. Oh, he looks cool.
He's awesome.
I will listen to a little bit from this.
Wait, what song?
Hold on.
Hold on, St. Christopher?
I guess.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's a good one?
Yeah,
it's the first one that popped up.
Okay.
So I'm assuming this is
he's good. I like that
one.
I like that he's like venturing into acting more and more and more over the years. Because he was in The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Oh. Yeah. All right.
Did you watch that?
No, I haven't, but I know I have to. I love the Coen brothers.
It's good. Like 3/4 of the stories are excellent. And then there's a few that are just like, okay, this is fine. There's one with Liam Neeson that's not great, and that's a shame, because Liam Neeson could have been great.
Yeah. Yeah, Pat told me it's kind of like a lot going on, but also at the same time it all makes sense.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a series of vignettes. They're not connected, which I'm usually a bigger fan of.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it when they're connected, because sometimes that connection's forced.
Yeah.
But it's the same theme of Westerns and just life.
So basically...
immortality.
Coen brother film.
Yeah. Oh, the final skit is the most Coen brothers thing I've ever seen. But it's probably my favorite story out of the bunch.
Okay, don't spoil it, because
No,
I want to see it. Yeah.
Oh no, it's the most Coen brothers thing they've ever made.
Alright. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, and James Franco's in it, right?
Yeah, his is one of the worst stories.
I mean, I don't expect much.
No.
But...
No,
but
his is not memorable at all.
I mean, I'll argue that the ending is, because I know that's the meme that was going around for a while.
Yeah, it's fine.
So...
That's all you get out of that story is the meme.
Alright, so back to the live-action films from Disney.
Okay. I did see Sleeping Beauty. And I wasn't impressed.
Sleeping Beauty?
No, I'm sorry. Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
They're all the same thing after a while.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm 3 drinks in.
I actually was impressed with Beauty and the Beast.
I wasn't.
I thought it was... I mean, if we're comparing live-action films, that was the better one of them.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't seen Aladdin yet.
Jungle Book?
I hated the Jungle Book.
You were okay with those weird, overly detailed, like...
Inanimate objects?
Yeah.
Well, animated objects?
Like the Ewan McGregor and the...
Yes. I was fine with that.
Awful. They looked horrible.
I think it was because of who they got to play Gaston and
Luke Evans is fucking great.
And Josh Gad. Those two made the movie.
Where they weren't like brave enough to just say he's gay.
Yeah. I didn't like that, but I didn't give a shit.
Who played the Beast? Dan Stevens. He's good.
Yeah, he was good.
He was good, because I mostly enjoy him from Legion.
I have not seen that.
Oh boy. Anyway, so finish your thought, and then I'll talk about Legion for a second.
But I really enjoyed it. It was one of the better musical. Like Gaston was hands down the best scene in the entire movie.
Oh, like the nobody something like Gaston and all that.
Yeah,
that was good. That was good.
Yeah, where they were in the bar.
Choreography.
Those two were the only two with any type of musical background, so that's kind of why they carried the film in my opinion.
Dan
anyway.
Stevens didn't do a bad job.
Emma
Watson wasn't great, but she was serviceable.
Yeah, she was okay. She was Belle because she was Belle in every other movie she ever existed in.
Because she was Hermione. And that's all she'll ever be.
And she's just Emma Watson.
Which is funny. So, like, that original trinity of Harry Potter and Ron and Hermione, Harry's actually been able to, like, move past Harry.
Yeah.
Ron's disappeared. Actually, from what I've heard, he has, like, an ice cream truck.
Yeah, he bought an ice cream truck.
Yeah.
And he also does things with Ed
like,
Sheeran, or Ed Sheeran, or whatever his name is. Sheeran.
Yeah, he does, like, bit movies here and there. Like, he does, like, fun little things. And then Emma Watson can't break free of her shit.
No, she does a lot of political stuff.
Yeah.
And Rupert Grint is, he does a lot of stuff on Broadway.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
That's what he, like, nothing big, but...
The last thing I saw him in was Moonwalkers.
I heard of that.
It was fun with him and Rob Perlman, where they play on the idea of Stanley Kubrick faking the moon landing. Yeah, and then they're actors hired to do the thing. Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
It seems like a Rupert Grint type of thing.
I didn't think him and Ron Perlman would play well off each other, but they really did.
I mean, he's a good actor.
They're both really great.
Yeah, so I mean, like...
He was also in... Shit. There was another good movie with Rupert Grint, where, again, with Bill Nighy. And I forget the actress's name, but they're all like hitmen. It's like this weird dark comedy. That was really good.
I feel like I know exactly what you're talking about, but it's kind of like a fever dream. I don't remember what it is.
I'm totally blanking on the name. I don't feel like looking it up.
Okay.
Anyway,
so Legion.
So Legion is in the X-Men universe.
Okay.
It's also the name of the main character, Legion, because that is Professor X's severely schizophrenic son, who has multiple personalities and a different power for each personality.
Huh.
The show fixes that quickly enough because you find out he's possessed by somebody, and then the possessing entity is removed and then becomes the main antagonist for the rest of the season, or the rest of the series. And Dan Stevens does a really good job of playing a very sympathetic but at the same time awful character.
Okay.
Because he spent so much of his life in and out of mental institutions, on drugs, off drugs, that he's very much an unreliable narrator. But he's just so damn charming. And the show is great because it plays with the X-Men mythology really well. The characters are really interesting. And there's some beautiful cinematography throughout.
And this was a TV show?
On FX. The final season premieres sometime this summer.
Okay.
Yeah. Only 3 seasons.
Alright, well that's not too bad.
No, but 3 seasons is a good number.
I agree.
It's a fine, solid number.
Yeah, like 3 to 5 usually a solid number.
Yeah. But yeah, if you get the chance, watch that.
Okay. I'll definitely check it out. Because it sounds interesting and right up my alley. So
yeah, because just visually it's impressive and engaging, and the Bollywood dance number is pretty great. Yeah.
What?
There's a Bollywood dance number.
Alright.
And then later on in season 2, so Legion and another psychic kind of butt heads, but they do it through like a dance battle. They're in a nightclub, and the one guy takes control of people and makes them dance. Dan Stevens takes control of more people and makes them dance. It's wild.
What?
Yeah. Legion does some things really, really well.
Yeah, you sold me, and it sounded like this badass like superhero TV show.
And there's no set good or evil.
Well, that's what it sounded like. It was like just really cool stuff going on all the time.
Yeah.
And you're like, Bollywood dance number.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
there's no defined good or evil. There's so much gray area.
Well, that's always fun.
But then Dan Stevens pretty much cements himself as a pretty good villain towards the end of season 2, and you'll see why.
Is it because of his dancing?
No, it's a little bit more insidious.
It's because of his dancing.
A little bit more insidious.
But speaking of dancing, The Lion King. This one isn't out yet.
That's not even live action.
No,
it's CGI. Like Aladdin, you could say is live action.
Yeah.
This is just another anime. This is just another cartoon.
It's a really, really expensive cartoon.
It's still just a cartoon because it's all just computer animated.
Yeah.
It's just animation. It's just a computer. It's just cartoons.
It's computer-generated imagery.
And it just looks like it's going to be, from what I understand, it's just like a shot-for-shot remake.
Yeah, with just new voice actors. Except for...
Why?
Mr. Jones.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
Probably because Matthew Broderick killed somebody over in Europe at some point. Yeah, he got into a car accident.
That's right, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and he got away. He got away on charges, and now he's fine.
Yeah,
he's walking free.
No, his punishment is that he's married to Sarah Jessica Parker. Fun fact. Have you ever heard of Red Dead Redemption?
I have, yeah.
Okay, so in the second game, you can name a horse.
Mm-hmm.
You can't name it.
Sarah Jessica Parker?
No. You can type it in, but then the game will tell you that's not an appropriate name.
I wonder why. I know the jokes.
It's because of Ed Wood.
Elaborate.
So Ed Wood is this crazy bad director from the 60s. I might be getting that wrong. But he made Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Yeah. Usually
regarded as one of the worst films of all time. Ed Wood himself was a very interesting character who dabbled in not only low-budget movies, but cross-dressing.
Okay.
So, cut back to a few years from now, Tim Burton, arguably maybe his best movie, made Ed Wood, which is about the kind of almost like a fictionalized account of Ed Wood's life and career, played by, Johnny Depp was in it, and What's... Oh, oh no! Richard Boone! Amazing. Anyway.
I was like, that name sounds familiar.
Yep.
Why does it sound familiar?
There you go.
All right.
But yeah, Tim Burton directed a movie with Johnny Depp as Ed Wood.
Okay.
Again, arguably his best movie. Sarah Jessica Parker plays his wife. So they do a movie in the movie, and they read a review about what they've just done, and somebody calls Sarah Jessica Parker horse-faced in the little critics review in that movie.
Is that where kind of like it all begins?
Yeah, in that little like meta criticism. That's where the joke started. As best as I can tell.
Interesting.
Not even from like anything she actually did, from a fake review.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then that kind of just lives on in infamy.
Yeah. To Red Dead Redemption 2, where you can't name your horse Sarah Jessica Parker because it will actually stop you.
There's got to be a way around that.
Oh, I'm sure, but like, well, who cares? Anyway, Lion King. See, I got it right back. I remember.
I didn't.
I'm 3 drinks in, and I remember.
I'm 1.5 in, and I'm already just lost.
Oh, it's a good thing I'm driving.
All right,
but yeah, just like they need to stop calling it live action because it's not live action.
Well,
and
I don't know.
And then they just released, the easy thing for posters nowadays, for movie posters, is to just slap characters on
with a name.
Yeah,
and then a date.
Or then you just mash them all onto a poster, a la Endgame.
Or just Avengers in general, at that point.
Right. You just mash them all onto a single pane of fucking glass because Photoshop.
Yeah.
But I just miss the days of Paint It.
And artistry.
Yeah.
The artistry of it.
Where people
gave a shit.
The effort. Anyway, but it's just their big character reveal is just a screenshot from the National Geographic Instagram.
Well, that's fine. Disney owns that, so
probably.
Oh, they do.
Do they?
Yeah.
Do they own that Geo?
Yep.
Oh wow.
That's gonna be under Disney Plus program.
Oh boy.
So yeah, I mean, your guess is not far off.
No.
They probably took a picture of a meerkat and just right on Instagram.
I mean, like you can tell it's computer generated, but it may as well just be just a photo of a regular meerkat or like a tiger or whatever.
Honestly, that would have been better.
It would have been funny, yeah.
Yeah, like an actual photo of a meerkat or a lion.
Just to like fuck with the audience for subversion of expectation.
Yeah.
But then you get to the movie and it's like those weird cartoon proportions.
And
it's just a movie of Sonic.
Yeah, yeah, or like just to subvert all type of expectations, it's 2D animated.
Oh no, they won't because there's no money in that.
Like, what if you were to go and they were advertising this 3-dimensional CGI movie, and then you go and it's they just re-released The Lion King with different voice actors. Like the exact same movie.
They are,
but not.
It
3D.
Is the exact same movie,
but not 3D. It's just 2D, and they just changed the voice actors because they don't own the rights to those guys anymore.
I mean, to be fair, unless you're seeing it specifically in 3D, it is just 2D anyway. Yeah, gotcha, bitch. Even 3D isn't like real 3D anyway, so whatever.
No, especially with glasses. Fuck that shit.
Although,
excuse my French.
What was the last 3D thing I saw? Oh god, that fad died out real quick.
Yeah, I think the last 3D thing I saw was Godzilla, and that's because I saw it in IMAX.
Because I think so quick story for when I saw the 2014 Godzilla, I paid to see it in IMAX.
Mm-hmm.
My dad and I got there. Oh, IMAX is broken. So we're going to cram everybody that paid for IMAX into just a regular theater.
What?
Yup.
What?
Yep.
That's insane. That's insane.
So that, unfortunately, like heavily influenced my opinion of the 2014 Godzilla. And I was just so mad, just because it was a bad experience.
I'm sorry.
Because everybody stunk, and it was just a bad experience.
I'm so sorry. Because it was a genuinely pretty awesome film.
It's a good movie. It's good. It's not the best.
There was a lot of focus on Godzilla, which I like.
It's probably in like my top 10 for Godzilla movies.
That's good.
Yeah, like bottom 10, but yeah.
I mean, still,
it's probably like 8 or 9. I think the first Pacific Rim was the first one, like the last thing I saw in 3D, and that was amazing. That looked real good. I don't know what they did differently for that 3D versus all the other 3D I had seen, but that looked good. Yeah. All 5 times I saw it in 3D.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of that first movie. That second one?
Not so much.
No.
I really need to see it.
It's good.
Because one of the few actors I actually remember their name, Charlie Day, is in it. Correct?
Yes, he's in the first and the second one.
And I love Charlie Day.
Charlie Day's good.
And
Charlie Day is in it. Charlie Hunnam is in it. Ron Perlman's in it.
Yeah, I need to see this movie.
It's good.
It's got to be on my list. Things to take out from Library of Casey.
What a shame. Like, the first one's so good. It sets up this great world. And then that second one happens. And it's just so dumb.
Well, we all can't be winners.
No.
Sequels are usually the suckiest.
No, not necessarily.
Usually.
Hellboy 2, Spider-Man 2.
Okay.
Those are both excellent.
I will give you that.
Absolutely excellent.
I'll give you those.
Empire Strikes Back. It's great.
I honestly don't remember any of the Star Wars films.
That's fine. They're except for Empire and Last Jedi, not many of them are worth talking about. Wmaybe
Rogue One. I enjoyed Rogue One.
I own Rogue One. I liked Rogue One. My issue with it was there were too many characters, and they wanted you to care about all these characters.
Yeah. And then we all knew they were going to die.
Yeah.
Because they're never mentioned again.
Right. So, like, why give us 7 or 8 different characters to try and latch on to when they're all just dust at the end of it?
Dust is a very nice term. They didn't get Thanos away. No. More like nuclear bombed away.
Oh, worse than that.
Oh, yeah. Okay, like Planet Destroyered away.
They got Galactus.
Yeah. It wasn't just a snap. There was a lot of crackling and pops and just pure disintegration.
Is that all for Disney live action?
We kind of glanced over Aladdin, but Aladdin makes sense.
I haven't seen Aladdin.
Neither have I.
I'm not going to.
I probably will. Because...
I'm sorry.
I'm like that. But it makes more sense than The Lion King. I think that's kind of like the general consensus here.
I like that Naomi Scott, who played the Pink Ranger in the Power Rangers reboot, is in it.
Yeah. She's Jasmine, right?
Yeah. I'm not comfortable with how jacked this new genie is. He's buff. I mean, there's no reason for a genie to be buff.
No. But I guess that's kind of like the caveat that comes along with the territory of a cosmic being. It can be whatever the hell they want to be.
Right, but that's why Robin Williams was fine, because his was just solid vapor.
Yeah, but he was wide vapor.
Right, he was thick.
Yeah, he was a thick boy.
But it's just every shot of Will Smith's genie is just, he's jacked.
I mean, Will Smith is just jacked. He's from Philly, so
that doesn't mean it. So he's filled with cheesesteak and bad pretzels and dumb opinions.
Yeah. That all equates to muscle.
No, that equates to gritty.
Yeah, muscle.
No. Agree to disagree.
We get the gritty.
All things return to gritty.
From dust to gritty to gritty.
Because he hasn't been in the news recently, so I'm concerned.
No, he has. He's won several awards on the internet.
I saw that. That's great.
Recently, and he's he basically he held Cersei as my one true queen or something like that.
I didn't see that. Oh my god.
What did it say?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
No.
He held a sign up on stage about Game of Thrones.
I didn't see that.
Because what?
Are you sure it was real?
Like 90% sure. I don't know it, Gritty.
I don't trust you.
I don't trust the internet. And yet here we are.
I wouldn't have pegged Gritty as a Cersei follower.
Well, I'm paraphrasing. I might be wrong.
Okay, I think you're wrong because I think you'd go Sansa because of her ginger.
That's possible.
Yeah.
I don't know Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Bran takes the throne.
It does.
You know, we should see a live action film of that.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, Game of Thrones.
I want to see a live action version of the live action TV show that I've never seen.
Yes.
Dickhead.
Me in a nutshell. I'm a dickhead in a nutshell.
Anyway.
Alright, one last point. Nostalgia porn. We kind of touched on it in Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
Like, what?
I don't hate it.
Like,
I'm not against it, but I'm fine with it as long as it's
classy.
No, not even classy. Just like tastefully done. Don't slap me in the face with member berries. That's my issue.
Give an example of the film.
Jurassic World. That's all member berries.
Okay.
It's literally 85% member berries. And it's just, hey, remember this? Remember the Jeep from the first movie? Remember the Velociraptors? That sort of thing.
Is there any other movies that kind of slap them around like that?
That's the worst one because I tend to avoid them otherwise.
Okay.
Like yes, I remember the original franchise. Yes, I remember the original thing. I don't need to
constantly be bombarded with
right.
remembrance.
Like, okay. I don't want to go into this too much because it irritates me. But
perfect.
So, the original Ghostbusters and then the 2016 Ghostbusters.
Okay.
2016 Ghostbusters is just not so much a reboot, but it's just a remake of the first movie because it follows a lot of the same story beats.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
But in that's even then they're still just like member berries. Because, remember Proton Packs, remember the Ecto-1, remember the Marshmallow Man, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it wasn't its own thing. It was just a rehash of something.
It refused to be its own thing, and it just wanted to feed off of the original two.
Okay.
Yeah. Like a poltergeist, just feeding off the negative emotions of the house. That's probably one of the most egregious cases of nostalgia porn I can think of.
Alright, so now, do you think these live action films are kind of falling underneath that?
Yeah, oh my god, yes.
Yeah?
Holy shit, yes. Because they don't have to try. Disney doesn't have to try to market them. All they have to do is just show the title of whatever they're remaking.
And then whoever is playing the lead character.
Not even. They just have to show that they're redoing or just kind of slightly like regifting another movie. Because for Lion King, the initial teaser trailer, it's just a shot-for-shot remake of that opening scene where they like show Simba.
Yep.
That's it.
And then right after that, the trailer after that was just, what's his name?
James Earl Jones.
Yeah, James Earl Jones saying what he says,
that's it.
Mufasa thing.
There's zero effort involved.
And then Simba stepping into Mufasa's paw print. That's literally
That's the poster. Because I saw that poster when I went to go see Brightburn. And it's just the paw on the paw.
Yeah, and that was enough to sell.
Zero effort. Ludicrous return.
Yep.
Like it's almost like the Blumhouse thing.
Yeah.
Where Blumhouse makes those shitty horror movies, they don't put a lot of money into them, but the return is huge.
Yeah.
Which I shouldn't No, I'm gonna fault them for that because they're pushing out quantity over quality. So
Yeah,
I'll fault them for that.
They had like one good one. Otherwise, things wouldn't have gotten as popular as it was.
Hang on, what was their good one?
Didn't they do Insidious?
That's their good one?
The first one.
That's their good one?
That's their one good one. And then, didn't they do The Visit?
No. Did you see The Visit?
I did.
And you're saying that was a good one?
I also lived with my grandmom at the time, so it kind of freaked me out.
The little white kid rapping.
Yeah, I don't
okay
remember
with
that. I don't remember. All right.
He does it like 2 or 3 times throughout the movie.
I don't watch horror films that often.
I know. 'Cause you're a pansy.
A huge one.
Yeah. Grow a spine, Dave.
I don't have one. Abby drags me to these things, and I just watch my shirt for 2 hours.
Jesus Christ.
The Annabelle Creation movie.
Oh my god, they're doing a new one.
I got shit-faced for it.
They're
I couldn't watch it.
Seriously?
I can't watch that kind of stuff.
One of the funniest things I've ever seen.
I can't stand it.
I laughed so hard.
I have such a horrible imagination that I will just see shit constantly.
So, I will say one positive thing about Annabelle Creation.
Mm-hmm.
The scene where the possessed little girl walks backwards into the dark room and you see her shadow like change and shit.
Yeah.
That was a pretty okay scene. That was a pretty cool shot. The rest of it, died laughing. As soon as that little girl got rammed by the car in the first, 2 minutes...
I remember that.
I was in tears, and I knew I was in for a ride.
So was that little girl.
Just because it looks so bad.
Yeah, I can't. Because, the new, whatchamacallit? We did a coffee at the matinee on it. Pet Cemetery.
We didn't do that.
We didn't do that?
No, we didn't do that.
Never mind.
We didn't do that.
We talked about it, but we never did it.
I didn't see it.
I did, though.
Yeah.
And
I couldn't be bothered.
Oh, no. We were going to, but that's the day the mic went.
Oh, that's right! Oh, shit.
That's the day the mic went.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Talk about a real horror story.
Dave and Casey crying for an hour because the mic don't work. But it worked because Toner was great with customer service.
Shout out, 3rd episode in a row.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't shout them out because I've had encounters with customer service like that in the past.
Yeah.
Just regards to warranty things.
Yeah.
And they fought me.
Wow.
Toner was just like, hey, what's the part? Can you take a picture of the part? Cool. It's in the mail.
Awesome.
That was it. Fucking loved it. Alright, anyway.
But yeah, it's kind of like that where I couldn't stop watching. But
I think that comes out soon, doesn't it, on DVD?
Yeah, it should. It should be.
I guess I'll watch it.
It was pretty good. It was a King film.
I've heard otherwise.
I thought it was okay. It wasn't like the original.
Which is bad.
Exactly. It was better than the original.
I need to revisit the book. Because it's almost June, and therefore it's almost time for me to start rereading it. So I should probably revisit Pet Sematary at some point.
Yeah.
Because it's like it returns every 27 years. Every summer I seem to just read it.
Why not?
It's good. I enjoy it.
But yeah, live action films. There are
no specific live action adaptations, quote unquote live action.
Live action adaptation adaptation. Alright, I'm gonna try it one more time.
Live action adaptations.
Live action adaptations. That was the hardest damn thing I did today.
Boy, howdy.
Oh my god.
Okay, so if you want to stay on that topic.
I was thinking about just kind of wrapping it up.
Okay, because I was going to say that I've seen a few really excellent live action adaptations of things, specifically from like anime to live action.
Do tell. Because I hear a lot of negative things about anime to live action.
Right, because there's usually the issue is trying to condense lore into like 2 hours.
I can think of one American...
Death Note?
No, American anime to live action.
Oh, Airbender doesn't count.
To me, it counts, because a family member was in that film.
It doesn't count. Just because your sister got a SAG card, it doesn't count.
It counts. It counts. Only good thing about that film. The smiling water tribe member while her town is being destroyed. Yep.
That does sound like your sister.
Yep.
Okay, so
dead.
Anime live action.
Yeah, anyway.
So one of my favorite series, Bleach.
Yeah. Wait, that got a live action?
That got a live action adaptation. So the series itself, like, has issues.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge, so...
Right, but it has issues, like narrative issues.
Yeah.
It spans 74 volumes, and you're going to hit a few hiccups over 15 years of storytelling. The live action version is on Netflix. It doesn't condense the whole storyline, just like the first arc of the story. Condenses that down and like reworks it enough for it to make sense for a 2-hour movie.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, like I'd buy it. I would buy it. I enjoyed it that much.
Can you buy it?
Probably. Because I've watched it 2 or 3 times on Netflix. Just because it was just a fun watch, and the swordplay and the costumes are really well done.
All right. Yeah, that's usually one of the points that people complain about the most.
Yeah.
Is the way the characters look. That they're not true.
They're not
to
like
what's
perfect
going on.
adaptations, but they fit well enough within a realistic setting.
Yeah, like it makes sense and it feels good.
Yeah. But probably the best live action adaptation I've seen so far is for a series called Rurouni Kenshin.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I've actually heard of that.
Pretty great series. Got 3 live action movies, 2 more on the way.
Oh damn.
So I have the first 3. And if you know nothing about the series and you just want to dive into the movies, you can.
That's good.
That's great.
It's a separate entity from it, but also still being...
But it's still over the course of those first 3 movies, it adapts the entirety of like the first big story arc.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's great. And again, if you know nothing about the story and you just want to watch like a samurai movie, it functions as that as well.
Wow.
Because it's a great period piece.
Huh.
Costumes are great, set pieces are great, music's really great, and all the fight choreography is really well done.
Wow.
So the caveat with Rurouni Kenshin nowadays is the creator got arrested for child porn.
I think that's why I heard about
For
it.
possession of child porn. But in like a country where lolly is still pretty okay, like it wasn't a big deal. And he's working again. He's out working again. Yeah. In Japan's weird. Like you get a harsher sentence for like narcotics than for kiddie porn.
For
Like they pulled like a game company in Japan pulled commercials, almost pulled the game because one of the actors in the game, because they did like the mocap shit.
Yeah.
They almost like erased the game from history because that actor got arrested for cocaine possession.
Wow.
Yeah. So drugs up here, kiddie porn. That's fine. Sweep it under the rug. So, like, I want to see those next 2 movies for Rurouni Kenshin, but at the same time,
You don't?
I don't.
You don't want to support that?
I don't. I'm
That-
so good, but because it's just weird. Like, I'm no SJW. I don't do political correctness, but like that's gross.
Yeah.
Like I refuse to get the new Mortal Kombat game because Ronda Rousey's in it. Okay, so Ronda Rousey, I used to have a huge crush on. No more, because I can't believe I even forgot that she's a fucking idiot.
Okay.
So, not only did she have just like disparaging and gross remarks to say about a a transgender wrestler and MMA fighter.
Yeah.
Maybe not. No, she wasn't a wrestler. She was just an MMA fighter. But she was also a Sandy Hook conspiracy theorist.
Right, I heard about that.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Yeah, no, not at all.
You do not get my money for that.
So live action.
So you gotta have your principles. No live action adaptations, no kiddie porn, no conspiracy theories. You gotta have your principles, son.
Just do original ideas.
Like Brightburn.
Please.
Brightburn was a great original idea. It was a great adaptation of Superman into something new.
Just do original ideas. Just do it.
Show it, Dave.
No live action adaptations, please.
Stop ASMRing the microphone.
No more. Please
Stop scratching your beard into
Just
the microphone. It's disgusting. There's things living in your beard.
Okay, I put a bird in there once.
What do you mean once? It never found its way out.
Anyway, so thanks for listening to Struggle City Podcast. Thanks for stopping by.
Enjoy our less than 3. More than 1.
If you want to call it that. It's like this is like 2.5 men.
Oh, you mean the strength of Captain America?
Basically.
2.5 men.
Like, subscribe, share it, let your grandmother know about us.
Yeah, we do grandmother-friendly topics. Dave will even do your grandmother.
No, I won't. Not this time.
No.
But follow us on our social media. That's all down below in the description. And yeah,
that was fun. That wasn't bad. Good job.
It wasn't horrible.
Good job. Good job.